Alright, so welcome to another Cheap Hammer battle report. Today it's going to be 2500 points of lizardmen against vampire counts. And this is going to be another AI battle report, which I'm using right now a combination of two AI engines. I'm using ChatGPT and I use Grok as well to make the list. With its agents tool, it was able to create the list. So I don't even have to use the randomizers that I used to use to create the list. So it randomly create the lists with the available units that I have. So there's not like any units that are like cosplaying as other units. And it even like chooses lores of magic and everything for me. So it pretty much just does the whole work for me. And I just ChatGPT just because it has like some memory storage for the PDFs, the rule books and everything. So for consultations and things like that, it just helps as the main tool for playing. But yeah, anyway, so let's go through the lists. We have a unit of 10 ghouls, a corpse guard. I think it has the Bale Fireblaze, something like that. I'm not remembered. We got the corpse. They got the black coach over there in the back. Unit of 20 zombies. There's a master necromancer with a vampire thrall. Got it all in the data. What are they equipped with? Well, in the obviously in the AI, what does it have equipped? There's a casket vampire lord, the one that comes in the black coach. I'm using it as one of the vampire counts. This is a thrall, another one and another one in a small unit of 10 graveguard. Behind it there's 10 ghouls. These goblins over here, because I don't have the ghouls ready, are going to be cosplaying. I know. Are going to be cosplaying as another unit of 10 ghouls. 10 more graveguard with a necromancer. 10 ghouls. 10 ghouls. 30 skeletons, full command. And vampire lord with another true vampire thralls. Now over here in the lizardman side, we got a unit of 20 Swords Warriors with its old blood. I got 2 heavy machines from the heavy weapons teams from my Imperial Guard, but soon I will have the Razordon and the Salamander. I got them painting job, but I'm just going to finish them pretty quick. I've been busy painting a lot of stuff so it could look better in the battlefield. Anyway, and I got 2 with its handlers. This is going to be the Razordon because it's a machine gun, and the Salamander is going to be the mortar. A unit of 8 Soros or Cold One Riders, 12 skinks with javelins, 12 skinks with javelins and the skink priest, 5 jungle swarms, a unit of 20 temple guard with the slan, 8 Cold One Riders, and another unit of 20 Soros Warriors. Now this is my desert style battle map. Going to give you the tour around. There's a little mine shaft over there, you know, with some cactus. We got some rock formations with some cacti over there. There's some like a bone structure over there, like bones. Some bones over here as well with some rock formations and some cactus, and over there the same. Not really anything special with the scenery. Doesn't really make any much of a difference in the battlefield. It's kind of like an open battlefield. But yeah, that's it for the list. Let's go to turn number 1. Alright, so vampire counts turn 1. So pretty much just everything moved forward. They can see everything has just moved forward. The unit of ghouls, everything is just positioning forward. The vampire lord over there, the one in the middle, cast a doom bolt against my unit of Cold One Riders and killed 2 of them. So yeah, that's not a fantastic start. The necromancer casted what was it? Van Hand's Dance Macabre, so it gave reserve move to that unit of Graveguard. so they can move forward. The rest of them just stayed in place. The corpse guard didn't. The corpse guard, what did it do? It stayed in its corporeal form, so it didn't have the fly special unit, and just everything is pretty much like stay like that. So okay, so now it's lizardman turn 1. All right, so this is lizardman turn 1. So everything moved forward. My unit of 20 Soros warriors, the Razor Down pack, which shooted at the unit of Graveguard, causing 1 wound only. The Salamander pack moved forward. The Koban Riders were subjected to stupidity, so they didn't move. Threw some javelins over there, caused a couple of wounds. And I casted, I think it was... I casted a magic missile with the Skink Priest, and I think I caused 2 more wounds to that unit. The javelins didn't reach. The swarms move over there to kind of like make a blockage there. I moved this unit Temple Guard forward, and I casted Shield of Safari, but it failed. Or it was, I think it was Walk Between Worlds. No, first I casted Drain Magic, which it failed, so it didn't work. And then I casted Walk Between Worlds, and it failed as well in the movement phase. But then I casted Fiery Convocation onto that unit, the big box of skeletons, and I caused 6 wounds to it. Koban Riders moving in that direction, and the Soros Warriors over there. So my idea is pretty much I'm going to try to destroy this unit. I'm going to focus over there because there's the majority of the points. So if I can destroy that unit and all of the heroes in it, then it's pretty much just a guarantee that I'm already having the upper hand. Now it worries me over here in this side because he has a lot of killer units like the Black Coach and stuff like that. But I'm pretty confident that I can still hold them over here and probably break them on this side, but we'll see. So Vampire Counts turn 2 has been a very bad turn for the Lizardmen. The unit of Graveguard charged and destroyed my Skinks, and then they overrun and pursued and clashed with the second unit of Skinks. So they are in great danger. I'm not pretty sure what I'm gonna do. Also here, the unit of his box of 30 skeletons with his Vampire Lord attacked my unit of Soros Warriors, and they pretty much murdered them. I didn't land much hits. So they destroyed them, they just have to reform. And so yeah, that's also not good. And the rest of the units just move forward. I think he cast like Hellish Vigor over there in that unit, so they had more initiative and movement. For the rest, he did an invocation of Nehek twice on this unit of Graveguard, increasing their size to 14, which was pretty disconcerting, because the ones that I landed previously, they didn't matter. So he recuperated all his wounds, and then was able to cause enough damage to my Javelin Skinks. So I have to be very careful on what I'm going to do here, but it's limiting my options. I really don't have much. To be honest, I have no idea how I'm going to turn this around, because I don't got a lot of breakers for the vampires. Like my army is pretty limited in those situations. But I'm gonna play this through to see what happens. Alright, so Lizardman turn 2, end of Lizardman turn 2. This unit of Soros Warriors charging to clip the unit of Crypt Ghouls that were like hiding in that rock. They managed to touch them, so they were able to fight them and then destroy them, overrun, then they charged the Corpse Guard. Over here, the Razor Dawn and the Salamander shoot at the Black Coach. They didn't do any damage. This unit of Koban Riders failed the stupidity test, so they remain in place. This thing's over here from him, which is like this unit with 3 vampires, this Graveguard, and this unit with zombies haven't moved at all. And he still has those Crypt Ghouls and those 2 units of Crypt Ghouls fresh. I managed to charge with my Jungle Swarms to his unit of Crypt Ghouls, kill 6 of them and stand in place, so that's good. Terrible news. the unit of skinks obviously got butchered by the grave guard, so they overrun them, and not just that, they reform, so now they're in the rear of my unit of temple guard slash slan, so that's not good at all. In front of them is the unit, the box of 27 skeletons plus the vampire lord and the other vampire counts, so that's not good as well. You know, there's like I'm getting destroyed over here. Pretty much it's the vampire counts turn 3, so I'm expecting, like, once they make the successful charge here and then they make the successful charge here, it's pretty much GG at this point. With the Call One Riders, I was able to destroy the Crypt Ghouls over there, overrun, and then reform to maybe do like a counter attack or maybe like a rear attack with them. But I'm not confident right now because I don't have much to break. I mean, like, I got my unit with the old one, with the leader over there, and they can do some damage, but they're like not invincible. I already suffered some wounds with them. And but yeah, it's not good. But up to vampire counts turn 3. All right, so lizardmen turn 3, end of vampire counts turn 2, or I think it's 3. I don't remember, but pretty much the unit of Soros warriors were able to destroy the corpse guard over there. His black coach killed my Razordon pack, hunting pack. These 2 units move forward, so nothing happens. I managed to put some wounds on 1 unit of ghouls over there, so but still the rest of the ghouls that just like attack the unit, that just charge the unit, are putting massive wounds on them. I still get to keep all of my swarms, but some of them are just holding on 1 wound, so they're not going to be able to stand for the next turn, I believe. Over here got charged by the box of skeletons and by the grave guard from the rear and from the front. I end up losing the battle and running away. They couldn't pursue and run me down, but I was able at the beginning of my turn to reform and or to pass leadership test, and now I can face them forward. But it's not looking good. I got not a lot of options. I'm going to try to buff this unit and see if I can maybe destroy one of them before the other one to get some points over there, some safe points. I still got my unit of Soros Go One Riders that keep failing stupidity, but maybe I can use them to charge that unit of ghouls and maybe just eliminate them and start getting some points. Maybe I can charge that unit onto the black coach flank, and maybe by just combat resolution, maybe I can destroy it, because it's not gonna have its impact hits, and at the same time maybe the old blood can do some damage on it. But I'm going to try to just like do as much damage as possible. So that's my strategy for this turn. I'm going to try to kill that, going to use these guys to kill that, and I'm going to use the salamander to try to do as much wounds as possible, maybe on the unit of graveguard, since I can cover it with the full firepower, and I'm going to try to use those Go One Riders to knock down maybe this unit of ghouls that will be still in combat with the jungle swarms. So I got some options. I'm not saying that it's pretty much lost at this point. If this unit got run down, then it would be pretty lost. But at this point, I still can do a couple of things. And now they're separated. Now it's my turn to charge. So maybe I can destroy the graveguard before and throw something at them to just weaken them, and then I can finish them off. But yeah, that's my whole strategy for now. So on to lizardmen turn 3. Alright, end of lizardmen turn 3. Again, this unit of Call One Riders just doesn't seem to want to do anything. Failed stupidity test and remain in place again. The unit of Soros warriors charge into the zombies, causing a big dent on them, leaving just 6 zombies, the master necromancer and the vampire count over there. Probably on this turn they will just reform to face the unit forward, and we'll see what happens over there. This unit probably is going to try to charge either my salamander, I think it can flee maybe, or perhaps my Call One Riders. That unit of Call One, my jungle swarms got completely eliminated, but I managed to kill 2 units of Crypt Ghouls, and I overrun with my with my core 1 riders into a single Crypt Ghoul unit, a unit of Crypt Ghouls that just got a single model. So I think I'm pretty comfortable that I'm going to be able to eliminate it, but probably I'm gonna get swarmed by the rest of them to my unit. So let's see what happens over there. Over here, massive damage to my unit of Temple Guard, but I managed to win. So the dice that is behind it is actually the amount of wounds that they have. So they got only 5 of their Grave Guard, but I'm in range of getting attacked again in the flank by his big block of skeletons with their Vampire Lord. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to hold there anymore. The Black Coach is still intact, so probably it can do some damage over here. Maybe it can charge my unit of Soros, my Core 1 Riders. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I managed to catch Shield of Safari, but I wasn't able to cast any more spells. Nothing really special over there. I managed to use the Salamander to flame that unit of Graveguard. Didn't cause that much damage. I killed like 2 of them and caused a couple of wounds on the vampires, but not much, nothing special. I think this is going to be the last turn, because over here, if this gets charged on the flank, and some wounds are caused over here by the Graveguard, but mostly the Vampire Lord managed to eliminate this, they're just gonna kill my Slan, so it's not gonna be funny. And this, unbelievable, man, that this thing failed 3 times already, the stupidity test. So I couldn't use it. It would be great because I could actually just destroy maybe that unit, or maybe charge something else over here, and probably just wiped out the rest of the ghouls or something like that, that could give me an advantage. But yeah, I was just stuck there, and it didn't do anything during the whole combat, during the whole battle, sorry. But yeah, pretty much that's it. Let's see what happens in the next turn. It's going to be Vampire Count's turn 4. Alright, so end of Vampire Count's turn 4. So 2 units of ghouls, charge my units of Soros Warriors. I wiped them out. They couldn't do much damage to it. The Black Coach pursuit, and then run down my Core 1 Riders. The Graveguard with the Casket Vampire pursuit, also my Salamander pack. Chase them off the board, and they stayed in the edge. Over here, the Temple Guard vanquished. The last, what was it? The last member of the Grave Guard unit, and the Necromancer, the low-level Necromancer. So that's good. I still have my Temple Guard in order. Now I'm just going to reform in this turn, and I'm going to start battling the skeletons, try to see how much damage can I cause to them. But the Black Coach is still there. I still got my unit of Soros Warriors, but I don't think they're going to be able to get either to this unit of Graveguard or to this Black Coach. Here's the death pile so far. So we have massacred both of our armies completely. But it seems to be, I'm quite optimistic, because, I mean, I have done tremendous damage to his army. I'm turning the tables a little bit. Maybe if I can get a lucky turn and maybe do sufficient damage to his skeleton unit, who knows, maybe by crumbling I can just destroy it. I don't think it's gonna happen, but at least, I mean, I'm quite satisfied that it was looking pretty dismal at the beginning of the game, because I got some of my units destroyed, and my Core 1 Riders didn't complete their or didn't do anything because they were subject to stupidity. But I'm quite satisfied that the units actually perform. It makes me understand and learn more about the lizardmen and how to use them. So yeah, it's going to be Lizardman turn 5, and maybe probably the last turn. It depends on the final roll, but yeah. Alright, Vampire Counts turn 6. It seems like we're going to have to play this as well. So the Temple Guard face the skeletons, but has 6 wounds of them. It's just got 4 Temple Guard plus the Slan, so I don't know if they're gonna last. I think the vampires are gonna kill them, and the Black Coach is just gonna charge me in the rear, and it's just going to be impact hits. It's just gonna kill me. I think this is it. Maybe I can survive it, I don't know, but I can't cast any buffs. And without buffs, I think I'm pretty much just toasted at this point. My unit I don't think is gonna get here, because it's not gonna go to lizardmen turn 6. Once this unit is exterminated, I pretty much don't have any chance. And this unit is just gonna rally, but it's just gonna turn around or just face this direction, but it's not gonna do much. So it just pretty much comes to this. I'm going to hope that he fails his charge. But since it's a chariot and gets all this distance, I don't think that's gonna be the case. This is gonna smash me in the rear. And yeah, I mean, vampire counts turn 6, final turn. I think maybe I can concede the victory over here if he makes the charge, and that will be it. So vampire counts turn 6. We decided just to finish it at this point. Of course, I decided along with the AI. It's not like it has a decision making. It can make some decisions and it can take certain risks and things like that, but it's pretty tamed to a certain extent. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's better. I mean, if you don't have anybody to play with, or you're preparing for a tournament, or you want to use this as a target practice a strategy or something like that, it can work. You know, you can just like, it makes its decisions, and it's like it can guide it, and it can keep a log of everything that you have done in the game. It makes consultations of rules and things like that are not very easy to catch up really quick, and it makes the rolls for you as well. That's the thing that I've done. I didn't throw much dice in the game, but I actually just like allow the thing to make the rolls, the pursue and the flee, the leadership tests, and the combat resolutions to calculate them. I just told them the data, and the thing started doing it. So it streamlines the process quite a bit. So you don't need to be throwing dice all the time. You just let the computer do the dicing, and yeah, it's a pretty good way of enjoying a game. You just played it against Grok. Grok has worked pretty well in this case. I used ChatGPT before, but the problem is like you load the PDFs on it, like the rules and everything, so it just consults the rules quickly, and it just forgets about everything, and all of a sudden it starts having hallucinations, and it gives you absolutely wrong data. And once you go back to the same chat that you normally would go back to, just to pull back the information so you can continue the game, it completely forgets everything, and it just starts spewing a bunch of nonsense. So you just have to create new files to fit it back into a new chat line, and kind of remember some things, but you gotta upload against the PDFs, which is quite contrary to Grok. Grok actually makes online consultations, and given that a lot of the rules are just spread across the internet, it just consults the rules quickly, and it just creates all the things. And another thing, it just creates army lists also pretty fast. You can just create army lists with Grok, and that's the thing that I did. I just tell them, all right, create me a list for lizardmen in the from Warhammer, the old world. Tell me a list of the magic items that I can buff them up, and things like that. You know, you just go, it just goes creative. And when you ask them to randomize, it's like you can ask them for certain tweaks or certain things that you really want in the list, and you'll just make the list or build the list around it. Like with the vampire counts, I just ask them to put as many vampire counts as possible, and a vampire lore, just go like hero extreme. So in this case, with the I guess with the lizardmen, I can go for a similar list. Like I can buff up the, where is he? Yeah, there it is. The skink priest. I can buff him up to level 4 and put some interesting stuff in it. Maybe I can make him fly, make him kind of like a mortar, you know, so he can throw like magic missiles and stuff like that, or just buff up units so they can be much more lethal in combat. I can also use this land in the same way. So it's good to have also buffs and to have assailment spells. You never know when you're engaged in combat. You could really use an assailment spell to just crush the enemy, you know. But in this case, of course, I didn't have those because I actually asked the thing to randomize the attacks or the spells that I got. But overall, I mean, it works. You know, as a sort of like a target practice, it really makes the difference. So you can just keep doing, and it's the advantage of it, of this is that you can just keep doing it all the time. You know, it's like you can just set your board, put your minis, and start playing on different like amounts of points, and the thing really sustains a whole battle. So very good for Grok. Congratulations to Grok. It actually killed me in its first game, but yeah, we'll see how it goes on another battle report. So that was it for this battle report. I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for the next one.